So space and time in Jain philosophy, we have started our discussion about the substances, means the basic building blocks of the universe or basic elements of the universe, and we have seen that there are 6 basic substances which have been accepted in Jain philosophy. So we have discussed a little bit about the soul concept. Among the 6, the soul is one, and there are other 5 substances. So we have discussed in the last class about the soul. Now we will see that what other substances are. So among the other 5, the space, the particular terminology for a space in philosophy is Akash. It is not a sky, it is a Akash. So there is difference in between the Akash and sky. Sky is nothing but we can say the layers of the different gases in the environment, which looks like a sky color, and we say sky. But space is a very wider term. It has the capacity to accommodate all the substances of the universe or anything which exists in the universe. So space, Akash, is a real substance. It is not an imaginary, though it is not visible to our senses. Instead of that, it is really existing, because the whole universe is located, or we can say situated in the space, and without space nothing can move, nothing can stay, nothing can do anything. So space is the essential condition for all of us to work, to live, to stay, to move. So this is what the space is. From substance, there are certain angles through which we can understand the concept of a space. So the first angle is substantial point of view, and from this point of view we will see that space is one indivisible entity. There is no other like the space in the universe. Okay, so space is one indivisible entity. It is undividable. Though we are dividing space in the name of countries, in the name of cities, in the name of other things or objects, but space is undividable. It is one and the same everywhere. From a spatial point of view, it is ubiquitous, all pervading, and infinite in extent. So there is no other elements which is so widely spread in the universe. So it is only the space, we can say, which is not only found in the universe, but it is also available outside of the universe. And that's why it is said it is infinite in its extent. It is not limited. It has infinite space points also. Since it is infinite, so the smallest units of anything are known as Pradesh technically, and space has such kind of units, and those units are also infinite in number, because it is infinite in width, length, and spread. From temporal point of view, it is eternal. It is existing from the time immemorial, and it will continue to exist even in the infinite future. It is existing also in the present moment, so it is eternal. It never loses its existence. We have already seen that Jainism accepts that all the 6 substances are eternal, and that's why there is no need of creator God for all these things. So they are beginningless and they have no end. From the point of view of nature, it is non-corporeal. It means amurt in Hindi we say. It is not physical. It is not accessible to our physical senses, because it has no physical qualities or material qualities in it. It is motionless and also non-living. So we know that space never moves from one place to another. It is always static. It remains where it is. So it doesn't move anywhere, and it is not having also consciousness. So that's why it is non-living element. So we have seen that among the 6 substances, only the soul is living entity, all other 5 are non-living elements. Only a tiny fraction of space is occupied by other substances, so space is divided into 2 parts. So we know that the entire universe is infinite in extent, but the universe is located in a very small space which is known as cosmic space, and it is not separate from the entire space. Instead of that, it is in the center of the entire space and has very finite boundaries, and we can say that space in which we are living, that is the part of cosmic space, and it is very limited, and it is a small part of the entire space. So it is known as a fraction. Though we are seeing that our universe is so vast, we cannot move from one corner to another corner easily. We need so many flights to reach to another corner. But instead of that, it is very fraction, or you can say very small part of the entire space. So space is so vast. So there are 2 types of space are considered in Jain philosophy. One is called cosmic space and another one is transcosmic space. Cosmic space is known as Lokakash or Lok in technical term, and it is recognized as cosmic space because it has all different substances. All 6 types of substances can be seen only in the cosmic space and not the outside of cosmic space. Outside of the cosmic space there is only space, pure space, and no other elements. So transcosmic space has nothing than space only. So this is it contains only this one element, and no other elements are available outside of the universe. Cosmic space is one, indivisible and finite and surrounded in all directions by transcosmic space, whereas transcosmic space is one, indivisible, infinite and boundless. So this is what we can understand what is the difference between the cosmic space and transcosmic space. Though cosmic and transcosmic space are one and the same, you can say in that so far as the spatial condition is considered, space is not divided, but just it is recognized as cosmic space because of the presence of other elements in that particular part, and those substances are not available in any other part of the space. Now you see that there are some other elements too which are also existing in the universe, and they are also playing their crucial role in the structure of the universe. So what are those elements? So first we have seen the soul, second space. Now the third one is the medium of motion and the medium of rest. It is also said as agent of rest. So we know that we are moving from one place to another, and whenever we do any action, we just do not take that action by ourselves, but we also need some external agency to take that action. We need some external support also. So here, according to Jainism, whenever we are moving from one place to another, we need the support of some external force which can support us to move from one place to another, and that is in the form of medium of motion. Similarly, things want to stop when they are in motion, then they need the support of medium of rest. So medium of motion is also a kind of substance which is supporting, rendering direct assistance whenever we are moving. So without exercising any force to move soul and matter when they have developed the tendency to move, as water is in regard to the movement of fish. So you can see that without help of this medium of motion, we cannot move from one place to another place. Whether we are moving, whether it is water which is flowing, or whether fish is moving into water, everything which is in action or in motion they need always some external support to move from one place to another place, and that is in the form of medium of motion, and it is available throughout the cosmic space and not outside the cosmic space. It is the auxiliary and passive but indispensable and universal cause of motion. Medium of motion helps in progression of sound waves, blinking of eyes, mental, physical, verbal activities. So all types of activities, whether we are moving from one place to another, whether we are blinking the eyes, whether we are taking any kind of we are thinking or taking any physical action, or we are talking. So in any movements, any action, whenever we are in that action, we need always the support of the medium of motion. Without that, our lips cannot move, our eyelids cannot move, or we ourselves cannot move, or any other elements who is in the motion or which is in the motion cannot move from one place to another. So medium of motion is available throughout the cosmic space, and that's why there is a movement of the things from, you can say the atom is also moving, other substances are also moving, they are moving with the support of medium of motion. Agent of rest, so we know that there is if there is only the motion and no rest, then it will create very big problem to the universe. Things will spread throughout the space, they will not be under our control. So rest is also required, and that gives a very systematic form to the universe, or a structure to the universe. So agent of rest is considered to render extraordinary assistance to all substances to remain in the rest. And that's why this universe is in a systematic order, it is not in chaotic condition. If things will go on moving and moving and moving, then they can spread or they can move in the transcosmic space also, and it will not be under control. And the whole universe will be in chaotic condition due to that. So here we can say agent of rest helps in standing, sitting, sleeping, concentration of mind, maintaining silence, keeping the body in complete state of relaxation, keeping the eyes closed, etc. So you can see that whenever we are stopping any kind of actions which we were taking, we need the support of this particular element. With the support of this particular element, we can stop our action, we can take rest, we can stay. So all these kind of different such kind of rest are being taken with the support of this particular element, and it is also co-extensive of the cosmic space. It means it is available throughout the cosmic space or in the universe, and that's why things which are moving, they are stopping also, and they are taking some rest also. So without AOR, the universe would be in continuous state of motion, resulting in chaos. So I have already said that if this medium of rest is not available, then the universe will come in the chaotic condition. Things will be out of control. They can move anywhere and everywhere, or even out of the space, cosmic space. So this kind of a systematic order of the universe which is available at present cannot be possible without the support of this AOR. Now we would see that this medium of motion and the medium of rest, each one is one only in its form, and no other elements are found like this. So they are one only, and no other elements are like them. They are indivisible. We cannot divide them we cannot divide the space. Similarly, medium of motion and medium of rest is spread throughout universe. They are also static. They are also not moving. They are stable in their places, remaining static in their places. They support in our motion and in taking rest. They are independent substance and pervade only the cosmic space and not man's cosmic space. So I have said already that they are not available out of the cosmic space. They are always confined to this cosmic universe or the cosmic space and not in transcosmic space. Thus, the number of space points of each of MO, AIM and AOR is equal to the number of space points of cosmic space, which is innumerable and not infinite. So we know that both the medium of motion and the medium of rest both are confined to the cosmic space, and they are spread throughout the cosmic space. So their space points, their units are equal in the number of the cosmic space. They are one-to-one, they have one-to-one relation with the cosmic space points, okay? Their points and the cosmic space points have one-to-one relation. So they are also having this equal number of the units, or you can say the volume is the same as the cosmic space. Each is without beginning and without end, and that is each is eternal. Since we have already seen that all these 6 substances, they are eternal. They are existing from the time immemorial. They have not been created by any god or any power. They are always there in the universe. Each is a non-physical, non-corporeal and immobile substance devoid of consciousness. So far as we have seen that the space is also non-living. Similarly, the medium of motion and the medium of rest both are also non-living substances. They are also like space, non-physical, non-corporeal and immobile. So these are the common qualities of a space, which and among the, you can say, the medium of motion and the medium of rest. Now we see that space cannot be medium of motion and agent of rest. So there are certain philosophers who think that why we are considering these two elements, the medium of motion and the medium of rest. We don't find any discussion in any other religion or any other philosophy of the world that there are such kind of elements which are existing in the universe. Even the science could not find out these kind of mediums. So why we are accepting it is a space and which can support us to move from one place to another. If there is no place, we cannot move anywhere. So why we are not accepting space as the medium of motion and medium of rest? What is the need to accept these two elements? So here the answer we have to understand that if space were the medium of motion and rest, then there would not be any universe in the form of cosmos. There would be completely chaos. Because space is infinite. Things can move from one corner to another corner of the space, and they will not be under the control. Okay, so it is because of this medium of motion and medium of rest, things are confined to the cosmic space only, and they are not moving outside of the universe. And this is the reason why the universe is in a very systematic order. Things are available where they are. And there are certain things which are all fixed, that where the heaven is found in this particular part of universe, the hells are found in this particular part of lower part of universe, and the liberation or moksha place, which is also fixed, that it is found on the top of the universe. So in this way we can see that there are certain things which are fixed already in the universe. They can also come in the condition of chaos if the medium of motion and the medium of rest would not be there. So the two substances are free from, and whether it is space, whether it is the medium of motion and the medium of rest, all these three substances, they are free from the principle of causality. It means that they are very neutral elements. They are not, they are inert in themselves. So they are not transforming in that way as we find in the form of matter, that matter is converting into other different forms or taking different forms. So that kind of things, transformations, we cannot see in these all three elements. So they can only be an auxiliary cause of any event or any effect. They must be indifferent and neutral in themselves, and yet they are indispensable to the composition of the universe. So they are neutral elements. Things are taking place in their own way according to their own nature. Space, time, or you can say the medium of motion and the medium of rest, they are just neutral or inert substances or sources which are available to support any child. So they are neutral in that way. They are not inspiring anyone to move from one place to another. But if somebody wants to move from one place to another, then they are always available to support him. Okay, so this is what their nature is. According to the law of causality in logic, every action requires two kinds of causes: material cause and auxiliary cause. Material cause is one which converts itself into effect, while auxiliary cause is one which assists in its accomplishments. So we know that logically it is said that at least there should be two main causes for taking any action. So material cause and auxiliary cause. Material cause, for example, if we are moving, so the material, the main cause of motion is are ourselves. We ourselves are thinking about moving, and then the auxiliary cause are playing their role as a supportive cause, and in that way we find the medium of motion and the medium of rest or space is there. Okay, so they are always available to support us, but they are not inspiring, motivating, or saying to us to move from one place to another. We are moving by our own energy, by our own intention. Whenever we want to move, then we are moving, but they are just supporting whenever we are in motion. So material cause is one which is already said that which converts into action or effect, and the auxiliary cause are those which only support. They are not the main cause of our motion, or they are not main cause of our rest or any action which we are taking. Now we will see that there is time element, and it is very important. Here in the West we find that people are very punctual because they value the time. So time is very important factor for taking action, for deciding when we want to do what. So that kind of things can be possible, or whenever we want to set any kind of a schedule for anything, we need the support of time. So time concept is also very important, and it has also been discussed a lot, very extensively in the philosophical field. So here what Jainism has thought about the time factor. In Jain philosophical discussion of substances, time is used as a synonym of samai, an indivisible unit of time. So it's, now in Hindi we say samai. Samai and time or kal, you can say they are taken in the sense of same, or they are considered as the synonyms of each other. They have no difference. But here we have to understand in Jainism, time is a very wider term, okay, in which hundreds and thousands of time units come. Samai is the smallest unit of time. There can be bigger units of time. They all are the part of time and not of samai. Samai represents only the smallest fraction of time, which is indivisible. It means there is no other small unit in comparison to this samai. Samai is the last smallest unit of the time, and it is explained with the support of the motion of the atom. Atom is also the smallest part of the matter, and it is when it moves from one space point to next space point with slow speed, and what time it is taken by this atom, that is considered the time duration of a samai. So samai is a very small unit, or you can say smallest unit of time, and there is no other nano time in comparison to samai. So here we can see the things are changing at every moment, and this change can be explained with the support of time concept. How we were looking in our childhood and how we are looking now. So that kind of changes can be explained only with the support of time, that we have grown up to this age, and that's why this kind of changes have taken place in us. So all the changes can be explained with the support of time, and that's why time is considered very important to understand the whole cosmic structure, all the cosmic events or anything which are taking place. They can be understood better in the framework of space and time. And that's why you can see that Einstein has said that if you want to understand a cosmos or universe, so the space and time are very important factors through which we can explain each and every event of the universe. So time and space both are considered very important even in the field of science to understand any cosmic process or any cosmic event. Time does not extend in space, it exists only at one space point. Only the present instant of time has existence, past is already extinct, and future has still not come into existence. So present instant is a single unit and therefore cannot expand in 3 dimensions. So you can see that space can spread, or the medium of motion can spread, the medium of rest can spread, soul can spread in the space. But so far as the time is considered, it is single moment, and it is only just for one instant. It doesn't get a combination of its past moments or future moments. So it has no spatial extension, and that's why it is said that it has no space point in that sense. It means it is just a momentary, and only the present moment exists. The past are already past, and the future are still going to come. Only the present moment is real, which is existing, and it doesn't need any space point for that. Time is of 2 kinds, empirical time and transcendental time. So definition of these 2 types of time periods or time, you can say, are different, little bit different in both the traditions, Shwetambar and Digambar tradition. So first we are taking Shwetambar tradition. According to it, transcendental time is the cause of transmutation of substances. It means at every moment things are changing actually. From morning to night we are changing a lot, but we cannot see that what kind of changes have taken place in us. But it doesn't mean that we are not changing. If we are not changing, then how we are growing? Okay, how we are getting the age? So these all changes are taking place not after a few years, but they are taking place at every moment. They are aiding, and after certain years we could see that, oh, how much change is there in me. So that kind of changes can be identified by us, though after a long period, but they are taking place at every moment. So according to Shwetambar tradition, transcendental time is the intrinsic nature of all elements. It means all things are changing at every moment, whether you are able to see that change of one moment or not. It is limitation of your knowledge or your power of knowing, but it doesn't mean that things are not changing at every moment. Okay. And transcendental time is mode of soul, matter and other substance. So that's why it is said that time is not actually different from all these substances. Whatever changes are taking place in all these different substances, that is being considered as time. Time has no independent existence. It is just a mode of all these elements. While Digambar tradition considers time as a separate independent entity, like a space, like the medium of motion, medium of rest and soul and matter. So that is not accepted in Shwetambar tradition. Transcendental time is the real time actually. Other time units which we are considering they are imaginary, or we can say just they are for our purpose, and they are not really existing. So here empirical time, we have to understand what is empirical time. It is a measurable time which we are measuring with the support of the clocks or different time units, that how many years we have passed, or what this building has been created before how many years. So all these measurable time units, they are part of the empirical time, which are being calculated on the basis of the motion of the sun and moon, or our clocks, okay, or our measurable time units. So the units of measurement like a second, minute, hour, day, month, year, etc. are generally based on some event in the physical world, such as motion of earth, sun and moon. So we can see that this kind of time period is dependent on the motion of the earth, on the motion of the sun and moon, and on the basis of that we have fixed our clocks, that the sun will rises at this time and sun will set at this moment, and all other hours, months, all are fixed on the basis of that. So the absolute time consisting of instants is conceived as beginningless and endless, whereas the empirical time has both. So you can see that the absolute time consisting of instants is conceived as beginningless and endless, though time is also immemorial, from the time immemorial, because all the substances are eternal. So time is also with them, because all the substances are changing at every moment, and this kind of a change is going on from the time immemorial. So time is also eternal. According to the Big Bang theory of science, it is said that the time has started, or space and time have started with Big Bang. But that is not the right concept according to Jainism. It is not the true thing that space and time were not before the Big Bang. If it were not there, then how Big Bang could take place, and where it could take place. So we have to see that time and space are always eternal, and they are always available. Other things can come into existence for the time being and can disappear, but it doesn't mean that space and time were not there. So whereas the empirical time has, now we can see that the empirical time has a limitation, in the sense that it starts and it ends. We say that the first and the hour, the second, the minutes have particular time duration. After that, it finishes. So all these time units which we have fixed are imaginary, and they have also beginning and they have also end. But they are very useful for us to decide our action, when we have to take that action, or what after what durations we have to do anything. Now we will see that the Digambar tradition considers time units as kalanus, which are real according to them, and they are innumerable in numbers, and they are located in each and every cosmic space points. So since the cosmic space has innumerable time unit space points, and that's why the time units are also innumerable according to Digambar tradition. So these cosmic and they are scattered throughout the cosmic space like the heap of gems, though there is no thread in between those these time units. They are scattered, they have no connection with each other. Instead of that, they are spread throughout the cosmic space, and they have one-to-one relation with the cosmic space points. So they are discrete in that sense. Each substance itself is the material cause of transformation taking place every instant, but the auxiliary cause of the transformation is time unit, or you can say time atom. So according to both the traditions, things are changing at every moment, and for change we need the support of the time, as we need the support of the medium of motion and rest whenever we want to be in motion, or when we want to take a rest. The time atom substance which is possessed of the characteristic of causing transformation is the transcendental time. So now we see that this change quality or things are changing and they are needing some external support for for such kind of changes. So it is the real time which is helping things to change at every moment. If this time doesn't exist, change is not possible. So the time atoms themselves are also possessed of the trinity of origination, cessation and persistence. Why the tradition is accepting that time has independent existence? They are saying that each moment is coming into existence and passing away, and new moment is coming into play. In this way, time is also having all the three characteristics which are the sign of being something real, and that is OCP, origination, cessation and persistence. So this OCP principle also applies to the time concept, because time is also coming into existence and passing away, and it is also continuing. Instead of that, it is continuing from the time immemorial to infinite future. So it is also real in that sense. So the present instant is originated and the past instant ceases to exist, but the time units which are substrata of both these instants continue to persist all throughout. So this is what the Digambar tradition thinks about the time, and this is the criteria of saying that time is real according to them. Now we would see that there are certain characteristics of time. What happened? Screen sharing has stopped. Okay. There are certain characteristics or signs of time, so that we can see that this is time and this is something different. So there are certain criteria of saying that what is time. Okay. So here we can see that transcendental time is time atoms is eternal, without beginning and without end. The empirical time is not a substance. It is recognized through the following characteristics. For example, duration. We are living for 100 years or 90 years. So this is duration, which is called a vartana in philosophical term, and which means existence for certain period of time. So things are existing for the time being, whatever time are fixed for them. And now we can see change. We are changing at every moment, and everything is changing. So this change is a kind of a state of a substance undergoing transmutation. It means the slow microscopic changes are taking place at every moment. So those microscopic, which is considered as mutation in the language of science. So this kind of mutation is going on in everything. Okay, according to scientists, we are advancing, or we are progressing in our life. Before people were primitive, and now we are so much advanced and intelligent. So it is also a kind of mutation which is going on with the time, and we from primitive age, or we can say from amoeba to human being, we have come up to this higher state or advanced state. It is because of the mutation. So mutation means the change which is slowly and gradually taking place at every moment in everything, and that's why things are growing sometimes because of this change. And now we see that action, whatever actions we are taking some time for that. For example, if we are moving from one place to another, we are taking 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It means that we are very fast, and that's why 1 kilometer we cover just in 5 minutes. So time is also being taken by every action, and with the support of the time, the actions are taking place. So time and actions are related to each other, and that's why action is also the part of or a sign of the time. Motion means orderly changing of position in a space which is associated with time for which it takes place. Similarly, all other actions associated with lapse of time. So we have seen that all actions take some or other time, and that the action is faster or slow, or it is considered how much time it is taking. Okay. Now we see the priority and posterity. So priority means antecedent, and posterity means succession or old and new concept. So sometimes we say that this thing has become now old, or this is very new and fresh thing. So this concept of freshness or newness or the oldness, they all are considered in the light of the time. Okay, without time you cannot say that something new or something old. These concepts are core, somehow they are the concept of time. Actually, they show that the things have taken so much years after creation or after construction, so now it has become old. If it is newly created or constructed, then we say that it is new building. So this newness and oldness also indicate time of the things, that how much time it has taken after coming into existence. So empirical time prevails only in the time zone or human zone. So now we have to understand here that according to Jainism, this empirical time is only found in the time in the human zone, because humans are intelligent beings who can set time with the motion of the sun, moon or earth, and no other living beings are capable to do this kind of things. So this time concept, empirical time is only confined to human zone, and according to human zone it is just in the central part of the universe, and it is confined to only 2 islands and 2.5 islands, which is known as Adhai Dweep according to Jainism. So we are living in the Jambu island, and after that there is one more island which is called Dhatki Khand, and there is one more island after Dhatki Khand which is called Ardha Pushkar island. So half of the Pushkar, we can say that the human beings are found only in these 2.5 islands, and in this particular zone only we find that human beings are using this empirical time, which is based on the motion of the sun, earth and moon, and these different time units are being used just by the human beings, though animal beings are also in this particular zone, but they don't understand anything, and they cannot see that what time is going on. They are just living their life according to the natural process or nature. So this is what see, the empirical time is, since it is a imaginary time, or we can say it is set by the human beings, and that's why it is found only in this particular zone, which is known as human zone according to Jain philosophy. So now we have discussed in this particular class about the space, about the medium of motion, about the medium of rest, and also the time. So in this way we have covered 5 substances till today. In next class we will take matter in detail, but for today, if somebody has any questions, they can ask. And there is one more lecture which is on time and space and time and these substances in the light of other philosophical systems and the science, and that lecture is delivered by Professor N.L. Kachara. So that video I will share with all of you. But right now, whatever is discussed in this particular class, if you have questions, please ask. I'm unmuted. If you have any question, you can also ask. These are philosophical discussions about space, time, and other elements. So all participants are unmuted. If somebody wants to ask anything.
Yes, Samriji, I have a question.
Yes.
Um, motion, dharma and adharma name. Motion and non-motion. Why is the word dharma and adharma? And I do not know, because the word dharma, we get totally confused. Dharma means religion we talk about. And here it used the word dharma for the motion thing only.
Yes.
Can you?
Yes. So see, the Prakrit word is we can say Dhammathikai to Hammathikai. Okay. The Prakrit word was Hammathikai. Okay. So that was translated into Hindi as Dharmastikaya. So
Oh,
yeah, so and the particular see there is one word, but elements are so many. So we have no that much words in our dictionary that we can use separate words for all other different elements or events or actions. So sometimes one word is used in very different meanings. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so this has been a tradition in the field of language, and we find still today also that one word is being used in different meanings, or sometimes one object is indicated by different words in different states or different countries or different languages. So this is the problem of language, that we have no that much words, so that we can use separate words for every other things. One word, it is dharma. Sometimes it is said that dharma means nature.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that sense it is also taken. Nowadays people understand by dharma just a religion, but dharma has also very different various meanings.
And according to Digambars and Svetambars, the
Hmm.
time, why is the time is considered the, in Digambar tradition, it is a like anus, like a little mountain, those little particle is a little clump. And do you know why is the basis? Why is it different? And what effect does it have? What's the?
They say that if we need the support of the medium of motion for motion, and the support of medium of rest for taking rest, so why we are not considering any element for changing also? Changes are also taking place in the things, though they are taking place due to those elements themselves because of their intrinsic nature. Instead of that, we are there should also be some external force to support that kind of changes. So this is main reason they have thought of it. Since the Digambar traditions do not accept the scriptures which are available at present in Shwetambar tradition, and that's why they have created their own view about the time.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other question? Okay, so I think we have to stop if somebody has no question. So the reading material is already released for this particular topic. So might be you have noted, and the videos will also be released just after 1 hour. So you can have access to these video lectures. There will be two lectures. So in one you will see time and space concept, or the medium of motion and rest concept in Jain perspective, and in another video you will see that what science is thinking about all these elements. Though I have touched a little bit in my talk, but you will see in detail in the next other lecture. Okay, so that will also be released. So thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Nami Namam Swami.
Arham.